Giving back to the society by way of volunteerism is at the heart of humanity. And this has been exemplified by a rare gem, Hawa Ibrahim Esquire. She is a Nigerian professor at the University of Harvard in the United States of America. She's in Nigeria with her students from the University of Rome to give back to pupils at an IDP camp in LEA Primary School, Waru Wasa, Abuja. Please stay as we bring you more details on this and more shortly. And of course, we do not forget our diaspora of the moment. Please stay with your favorite program, The Diaspora, and I am Koinsala Adetumbi, your host. Professor Hawa Ibrahim, a Nigerian hawker turned lecturer at the Harvard University, says her mission is to take away children like her from the streets and make them even better. Her and her team visited the chairman CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri Arawa, to hit the ground running. Enjoy.
My mission, I guess, in life is to always see where I'm coming from and to know that there are better people than me that are doing hawking, that are doing the talla, and we want to find them. We want to see how we can play our part in making them better people than me. For me, if I'm able to do that, my mission in life is complete, Madam Chairman. And these students of mine are here to help me get it done. I teach in not less than 12 countries in the world. I've been to over 70 countries. And I've done several other things, but one of my biggest satisfaction is to teach University of Rome the past 10 years. And all this you see here are my students, We are here to do what we call STEAM. STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths. And we believe that the future is science, the future is engineering, the future is technology. And of course, we cannot forget the arts part of it, and mathematics, of course, we can't do without that. And each of them has one of the acronyms they are going to focus on. We are here for 4 weeks. We are going to spend 3 weeks in 3 camps, Monday to Friday. And they don't look like us, they look different. So the idea is when the children, the pupils in the refugee camp or in the elementary school see them, they have a lot of enthusiasm, and we want to launch on that curiosity and enthusiasm and try to give them the science, technology, engineering, art, and math for 5 days. We are not going to teach them, we are going to show them, and we want them to be who they want to be and be creative. In each of these children, there is gem, there is gold, there is diamond, and we are here only to just ignite that and make it happen.
Having the possibility to be here, to be in the refugee camps, in the IDP camps, and seeing the children is what we are looking forward. And if even at the end of these 4 weeks we can have one kid that is motivated to do something more or to find new opportunities, I think we have achieved what we came here to do. So once again, thank you all for having us.
As I keep saying, success is not about age, it's not about character, it's about how many lives you're able to touch. So thank you for touching lives of the younger ones, and thank you for making this happen. And we really truly appreciate you. So as you embark on this in Nigeria, we're going to also follow you, and hopefully we'll join you in one of those camps and see how it's going. And our role is to ensure that we sustain the results that you will be achieving. And let's see how we can work out that with you and ensure that those kids that you have touched will never ever forget, and we can ensure we follow up even with their parents, with their states, with them. So we'll look at it as it goes and see what role we can do to add value to what you're doing. But I think the most important thing is that you're making a difference, that's all. A STEAM difference through STEAM, which is very encouraging. I mean, you don't have to do it. And you're an example of the Nigerian in the diaspora that we're reaching out to. It's about encouraging one another. It's about what can we do to make our society a better place. You're already a better place, but you want to make life better for others. So I welcome you and your team to Nigeria. And I hope that relationship is just beginning between us and you. So really, I'm very excited to receive you. I'm very excited to have you here. And I'm very excited about what you're going to be, the impact you're going to be making to these younger people. And we'll be telling them never to take what you're going to teach them for granted. So thank you, Professor Awa and the team, for visiting. And we look forward to a fantastic visit to Nigeria as you embark on this journey.
To track Professor Hawa and her foreign students' passion to give back to the society, NIDCOM's media team was at LEA Primary School, Waruwasa, Apo, and this is what we saw.
The carbon dioxide is pressed in the bottle and it is creating pressure, but it cannot escape. That's why it is entering the bottle. Can you all hear me? Yes. So as time goes by, it may get big. Okay. Did you enjoy our experiment? Yes. Basically, it's a reaction between acid and base. So to create water, hydrogen acetate and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is the one which we'll be tracking to make it create pressure to erupt. Explain again, then ask more questions just to make sure they get the concept.
So at times when you teach them this, and I'm sure you're having activities on acid and base on its own with test tubes.
Yes.
So that explanation has PhD.
I'm distributing the stuff, then they'll make a hill around the bottle so that it becomes more realistic to them about the volcano. Then afterwards, I will ask them to put the balloon on top so that they get to see the concept of carbon dioxide coming out, because it will trap and the balloon will be inflated.
We're stepping in the shoes of engineers. We're trying to solve some problems. Today we're talking about how we can use potential and kinetic energy to create a ping pong ball launcher. And we're using the materials that we've found around. So very simple things like rubber bands, because we also want to show that we think like engineers and we can essentially solve problems about societies just by our own ideas and our own solutions. What we're doing in general throughout the week is essentially just focusing on some of the basics of physics, basics of engineering, all sorts of disciplines, and we're combining these disciplines to create solutions. As you can see, we're all together working on the launches. We talked about air pressure to make some rockets. And in the following few days, we'll be probably working also on some, let's say, transporting projects such as the cars that we'll be trying to fuel with air. So I think we're all having, are we having fun though? Are we having fun? Yes. Okay. And also we're trying to use, let's say, anything that you can also find around them. So not just what we bring from the classroom, but also if we can find some sticks around. I kind of like letting them be creative and just not always following the instructions and sticking to the
Yeah, when I move this, and when it comes back, this means potential energy. When I pull it up, and I move it, means kinetic energy. It can move from one place to another.
I'm from State. We learn how to define kinetic energy and potential energy. We say that potential energy is the energy that the body possesses with the virtue of its position, while kinetic is with the virtue of its motion. When you put, like you don't know how to fix this using rubber band bottle to cut the bottle out, then putting the fishing line to like tie it and drag it before it will give us kinetic energy. While potential energy, when you drag it, it moves, but it won't go out. That's what we learn.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
colors of placards, and each one of them is a different difficulty level. So you have the blue ones, that are the easy ones. Then you have a little harder ones, the medium ones, the yellow, and then the pink ones that are the hard ones, a little harder for everybody. What I'm gonna need is a volunteer that comes here and explains the game with me. Since we're already played, we can do it. You can come. You can do an easy one just to explain. You're gonna ask questions to the class, and the class is gonna answer yes or no. This is the only answer that they can give you. You have 5, 6 questions, and then you have to guess what you have on your forehead. So just pick your card. This one. So here are some sample questions that you guys can use, as we said. Do you know this number?
Yes!
Alright. Is it? Alright, you can start asking.
Is it a number?
Yes! Then.
Is it bigger than 20?
No!
Is it smaller than 5?
No!
Is it better than 2?
Yes! So you know that it's...
Is it an odd number?
No!
Yes! No! No!
It's an even number.
Is it smaller than 10?
Yes!
Is it closer with 10?
Yes! Yes.
8.
It's not only fun because they have to ask questions and try to understand, but the point is that they need to try and understand the numbers from the clues that they receive. For example, in this case, we knew that it was bigger than 5, but smaller than 20. We know that it can be divided by 2, and we also know that it's an even number. So when he asked, is it smaller than 10, you only had 6, 7, 8, and 9. But only 6 or 8 can be divided by 2. So you have 2 chances, 6 or 8. And he guessed correctly, so well done.
I'll be teaching technology in the STEAM camps, and we did cap telephones and we learned about sound waves and how they travel. We introduced binary coding, and their exercise is to write words in binary codes, and they're going to make vocabulary that looks like this, like they're writing in binary codes. And at the end of the day, we're going to keep trying to introduce coding. And so in general, the idea is to introduce technology and to make it seem approachable and to make it seem manageable for them, to encourage their interest and to hopefully guide them in this direction in the future.
Now it's all components of teaching you that everything that we see, we can do it, can't we? We can do it, isn't it? Yes, we can. And Nadia said, yes, we can do it.
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 And you are the best ones to do it, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. She just teaching coding, and she's going to teach them how to make robotic hands. Listen, we believe that these kids have a lot in them that we underestimate. And we want to bring that best in them, and that is why we are trying to give them all this knowledge. And we really want them to catch the code and decode the code. And if they can be able to decode the code, nothing will be difficult for them to code.
One is pink. 0,
Binary codes are codes that help the computer to tell us in English or spelling the normal speak. Binary code means 0 is on and 1 is off. That means binary code means 0 and off and on.
I'm Giulia. I come from Italy and I'm teaching. I will do some activities with the children using the art to express our feelings. We made a tree that does fall down, and every child make his flower, writing his name and on the petals they grip. And then we make the three of the same counter. But it just falls down, we have to face it. Because art is not just painting, we made some instruments. Every child made his personal instrument, and they have been three types. The first one, like this one, is the amaragas. Okay, they make a lot of like this one is a flower. Then there is another type. Then we make ground. Okay. Using the stick for the ground. Okay. They color the drum to play it like that. And then there is another kind of drum, which is this one with a beat. Okay. This one here. To play all together this instrument. At the end of the week we will make our page, how we see as me as a superhero. So they will make themselves as superheroes.
So who can tell us what he has learned?
And I learned how to design a flower and a heart and a love to make my maraca more beautiful and attractive to the others.
My name is Diaspora. I learned how to make maraca and how to beautify my house.
Wow, this is amazing. We are super proud of you and your team. Now let's take a listen to this special interview with Professor Hawa and why she has so much passion for the pupils, especially the IDPs.
What informs your coming to Nigeria, and what is the content of what you want to do? You are coming with some foreigners here. What's the motivation and what are your expectations?
So my sojourn in life has informed me to see the best we have. And like I said, from my beginning, from Hawking to Harvard, I saw potentials that if I can have it, there are better people than me elsewhere. And so I was looking for them. And I started this STEAM camps. STEAM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts and Mathematics in 2019. We wanted to roll it for 10 years. We started, of course, from home, which is Gombe, my state. But this year, shortly after there was COVID. And because of COVID, we couldn't do. We tried to do the STEAM through the radio, but it wasn't successful. When we come primarily, they will see us. So this year, we decided to try it, but the security issues were a big concern. And I teach in Rome, one of the universities that I teach. And I usually introduce to the students that I have this project. And the credit unit student gets, the highest credit unit in colleges, mostly are 4 credit units. But if you come and do STEAM, you get 6. So on their own part, for the students, it's again a good one for them to get higher credit because it helps push them into what we call cum laude in Italy. But it's like first class here. Because the more you get the unit, the more you can build up your statutes. So I introduced STEAM to them. I said I wanted to go and do some good. I call it crazy. I wanted to go do some crazy. If you want to join me and let me know, I don't have money to give you. You have to buy your tickets. That is the condition of coming. I can give you you stay with me in my house, okay? I don't have any place to put them. And then we eat the same food, and I will assure you security. So they come.
They are eating Nigerian food?
They are eating whatever I eat, they eat.
Wonderful.
They eat whatever I give them, so we eat together. It's mostly trust. Over time you build your reputation. People, when they can trust you, they can follow you. And that is what I saw with the students. So we came here hoping that we can find better people than me in these children. And we have them. And so we want them to believe in themselves. And so I'm so grateful to be in Nigeria, to enjoy the relative security we have, and to have all of you come to support us at what we do.
Many thanks, Prof. Well, the Professor Hawa's team couldn't leave Nigeria without the Buga Challenge. Enjoy. That was indeed awesome. And now to our diasporan of the moment.
Our diaspora of the moment is Kajetan Iheka. Kajetan is an associate professor of English in the Department of English at the Yale University, United States. In 2015, the University of Alabama's Department of English welcomed Dr. Kajetan Iheka to its faculty. He first attended college in Nigeria before coming to the United States and earned his PhD from Michigan State University. Recently, his paper titled Colonial Trauma in Uyono's Houseboy and Kunde's Crossing the Mangrove won the African Literature Association's Best Article Award for an outstanding article in African literary studies published in a major peer-reviewed journal. Iheka is currently editing the MLA volume Teaching Postcolonial Environmental Literature and Media while working on 2 new books. Dr. Iheka was recently promoted to the position of Professor of English at the Yale University, a top Ivy League university in the United States. Congratulations, Professor. We celebrate you as our diaspora of the moment.
I hope you had a good time staying through the program. Please join us next week for the Diaspora. And I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. Bye for now.